What's going on, people? Back at the cat lake. Arrived last night. It's all been pretty quiet. Thought we'd have a go at targeting the carp this time, but got this slimy jobby doing me one.
I'll drive it on, Lee.
Well, we were targeting the carp this time, and it's just taken a runny rig.
Pop up.
12mm PB pop up. Nailed in the bottom lip. Yeah, we take them all the same.
Inevitable, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Cat lake.
inevitable in here. There we go.
Lovely cat.
Nice little one.
Big old mouth on him.
A lot easier to hold and manage when they're this size, but when they get a bit bigger than this, they're a bit of a problem. But yeah, it's a lovely one. So we'll put this one back and we'll talk through what else has been going on. So catch us in a bit. Right, what's going on, people? We're back at the cat lake. This is for episode 3. Probably going to be the final episode that we do on here. With the review of the Angling Trust of the government, with sort of the proposal sort of policy that they've submitted to the government. If all that gets approved, we'll be back at the chase at the end of this month for a mega week session. So we should have been in France, but it's very unlikely that we're probably going to go now, with the dates all booked up a couple of weeks before we go, which is the 30th of May. They've all been cancelled, so it just seems inevitable, really. But in a light that it does, we'll definitely be back at the chase for the Return of the Refuse to Blank series. Other than that, this will be the last session. The next time you will see us, we'll be back at the chase. We can't wait. Just a little update on this session. Just had a small cat. This will be the first one of the session, and also had a small carp this morning as well. It's all kicked off this morning. Nothing last night. Stephen did have a carp last night, literally probably an hour after we flicked the rods out. I think he's flicked a solid bag towards the back of the reeds on the other side. We've basically done a complete switch of swims from what we did last time. He was in the one that I fished in episode before. I was in that corner, and now we've come over to sort of the other side, the other bank, and we'll run through the swims and the spots a little bit later. Other than that, there's nothing much really to update. We're here for a 48-hour session, so, well, probably just under 48 hours. So from Friday 8 PM, and we'll probably be away probably 2-3 o'clock tomorrow, which is Sunday. It's about 9:30, 10 o'clock now. With the short flurry of action this morning, I think that'll continue today, to be honest. If it does start kicking off, I'm gonna really try my best to do a live take. I'm really gonna just set the camera up on the rods, and hopefully we get that to show you later. Other than that, not much really going on. Weather's beautiful, it's on and off, proper spring weather now, and I think the fish have all spawned out in this lake. I'll show you a little bit later on. There's all a load of spawn in the margins down there, so whether they're continuing to spawn, I don't know. There's definitely not been no signs other than shows. But yeah, we'll go through the bait, go through the rigs, and yeah, we'll catch up with you in a bit. So sweet. Hello, people. Very soon after the last one, it's gone again. We have cat number 2. Oh. It's probably a little bit smaller than the last one, to be fair, but we'll take them all the same. There we go. They're just constantly tensing up, but yeah, another nice one. Taking on the Ronnie rig again. 12mm Milky Malt pop up this time. Having a little experiment with the baits. But yeah, number 2, it's only 10:30. We've had 3 fish this morning, so yeah, it's fishing well. We'll get this one back, and we'll run you through, as promised, baits and rigs and stuff. So sweet. It slapped me in the face. Oh shit. Oh. You feel me?
Yeah.
They're alright when on the mat, they don't really move too much. As soon as you clip them, oh wait, right, here we go.
So,
This is run number 5 of today. 4 landed. It's another baby one, all off the same spot. Again on the Ronnie rig. Pink Peril 12mm pop up this time, just switching up all the baits, just trialing everything really, just get confidence in everything. But yeah, it's another one. It's going to be manic today, I reckon. Yeah.
it's that mouth.
Right, what's going on, people? As you would have just seen, I have just, well, while there's been a little lull in the action, just had another take. I just thought I'd take the opportunity to show you the setup that's been doing the damage, really. So try and get as close as possible. We'll start at the top end. So this is just your standard Calder leg core leader. Now there's a little trick you can do with the, not the heli one, the ring swivel one. So if you get the ring swivel leaders, you get the 3 in a pack, and then what you do is, if you cut off the bottom loop of the swivel, you then have a half swivel, and they're the half swivels that fit in the heli safes, which is what we've got on there. So then you've got a complete leader made up already, and you can just clip straight onto a heli safe and then you're fishing. So it's really quick and easy, and it's a little hack as well if you've got any at home or plan on getting them, or you don't know how to tie your own. I mean, it'd probably be a lot more cost effective to sort of splash your own leaders, but for the amount I go through, you don't really go through a lot. I mean, these are, you can use these for multiple seasons if they've obviously got no signs of wear or damage. So this one's been used for the last couple of sessions and it's got absolutely no problems with it. So yeah, that's gone onto a heli safe. And that is attached to not drop the lead. So there's a little sleeve that comes with it, that's gone inside. I don't want to drop the lead in this particular swim because there aren't any snags where I'm fishing. And that has got the 3.5 ounce heli lead from Calder. Just really nice leads, I really like them. 3.5 ounce, because you might think, oh, it's only a small place, why using such big leads or bigger leads? And that's purely for setting the hook and hook holes. You know, I always use a big lead now. I probably don't use anything under 3 ounces, to be honest, and these 3.5 ounce leads I think just help with hook holes, especially if you're not dropping it. Brings me on to that there, and that is the top sleeve and a no trace bead. Now I set them really low down. This sort of lake, it's probably partially troddy, a little bit silty, but there's no reason to have the bead a foot up the leg core. Absolutely no need at all. You want it right down at the bottom. Basically, that aids as that hook link moves. It's either hitting that bead or hitting the lead. You just get in contact with the fish a lot quicker anyway. And I've gone in here. Probably ain't gonna be able to see this. Hold on a minute. So if you look there, that is attached. Yeah, so I've got a get your fingers out of the way. So here I've got the quick change swivel, and that is gone onto my rig. Now for this particular setup, you're probably thinking, why have you shrink tubed a link loop on? Now the link loop, I usually just clip on and off the swivel. the quick change swivels and then push the anti-tangle rubber over the top. But I just thought the shrink tube is a lot neater. It locks everything together, and then there'd be no movement between the link loop there. So there'd be no movement in that link loop and the crimped end. So I've crimped this boom section, crimped that to the link loop, onto the swivel, onto the quick change swivel, and then it's just a really neat setup, because this section never ever needs to come off. You're probably saying, well, because you're using a quick change swivel, you obviously want to take it on and off. That's not the case. That never ever comes off. This boom has landed probably, I think, 5 or 6 fish now, this same boom section, and that's got as you can see, there's a small quarter sinker in the middle down this end, and then again another crimped loop, quite a bigger loop, and that's straight on to spinner ring swivel. This is the business end, spinner ring swivel, a ESP size 5 trigger hammer hook now, and I've used 4 different hooks this session as well. Really, I'm just testing the water with everything. Yeah, I just love these hooks, the trigger hammer hooks. I use them a lot on my wafter fishing just for the shape of them, but I thought I'd give them a go on the Ronnies. These have picked up a couple of fish now. So that's a size 5 trigger hammer, which are quite big. Normal Ronnie style, called a kicker. I think that's a large brown one, trimmed down just so the sleeve goes over, and also kicks it out at a nice angle, gives it a nice bit of a curve to it. And that is onto a 12mm pink peril pop up from DNA Baits. I've had a couple off these now, and I've had a couple off of the white milky malts. I've had takes off of the S7 half tones, pink and white, the white milky malts, pink perils, and the yellow, the PBs as well. So I've had literally bites off of everything in this session. Just a good way to gain confidence, really, using it, because I haven't been a massive helicopter user, to be honest with you. I've been for years and years just leg clip. I've always been a leg clip guy, but no, it's good to try things, especially with these LE safes. They're just revolutionary, just unbelievable that you can drop the lead, fix the lead, and have that bead so far down, because it really aids hooking. There's very little movement there. Once that's in its mouth, shakes its head, it's either hitting one side or the other of that. So yeah, that's what's done me all the bites. Just lastly, while we're here, put that onto a small little mesh bag. Now that's the crayfish mini mix pellet, and I've put some of the munch baits fruit ground bait in. It just smells lovely. It really does smell nice. And then basically that is your finished product. Everything just lays on the deck, the bag melts, that pops up, and bosh, really, away you go. Just to I might as well show you some of the bait actually while we're here. That's not the only thing that I've been doing. As soon as that goes out on the spot, 2 or 3 pouchfuls of mixed S7 and SLK 12mm boilies as well. So one of the main ones I've been testing today is that one. And that is DNA Milky Malt pop-ups in 12mm. You'll just find with any DNA bait, it just smells absolutely unreal. I mean, they're just like such a beautiful creamy toffee flavour, all with the matching intense boost, so it really gives them a kick. I'm using those as well. These are sort of the go-tos, really. The S7 half tones, pink and white. That's the one that's just done my last fish. The 12mm pink perils, all in 12mm. And lastly, those, the raspberry wafters, these smell absolutely unreal as well. So yeah, that's it bait wise. You're probably wondering why maybe wondering why I'm just exclusively using 12mm, and the reason for that is I hate putty. I just can't stand using putty. I just don't like it. I've got quite a bit of OCD in my rigs as well. I don't like anything that's unbalanced or not neat or anything like that. And I've tried every product. whether it's the balance beads or the like you get a load at Nash. I've done a load of tungsten products, and I just can't get anything that I like really. So what I've decided to do is use the, if you go with a 12mm bait, 12mm pop-up, usually a size 4 hook coupled up with the metal from your ring swivel and your other bits and pieces, that counterbalances the 12mm pop-up perfectly, absolutely perfectly. It just flutters down nice and sits on the deck, and then that is with nothing, no putty, no nothing, just 12mm pop-up, especially these ones anyway, this range, 12mm pop-up and a size 4 hook is the perfect balance. If I'm fishing longer, because I've glugged these baits in the intense booster, that does affect the buoyancy somewhat, and I have found that after a day, or maybe 12-13 hours later, maybe when you're reeled in the morning, done them last light, reeled in maybe midday the next day, which is what I usually do. I usually leave my rigs out when I'm on the syndicate 15-16 hours, absolutely no drama. What I found is when I've tested them back in the edge again, they just be falling over to one side where the buoyancy is going. Just to cure that, I've found that just a third of the bait being drilled out with a bit of cork, spot on. And then again, you don't need any putty or anything. That is the perfect combination. And that is it really. There's just a load of trial and error, and eventually you just get things absolutely spot on. And that presentation today has been doing the business. I mean, I think it's only gone 2 o'clock and I've had, I don't even know, I think 6 or 7 runs now. I think I've had 5 cats, 2 carp, and it's only 2 o'clock in the day. Do you know what I mean? It's probably plenty more to go. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of an insight, I think, with Stephen a little bit later on, see how he's doing, see what he's been up to and what his approach is, because again, we do contrasting styles, and we'll see what the crack is. So yeah, stay tuned. Rolling.
What you had, Lee?
Pasty. had a little Greg special. Nah, still have a little part, but that's 2 now. 6 runs today. It's not even 1 o'clock, is it? Half 1.
Another one to add to the scoreboard.
Another one. But yeah. Get this one back and we'll be rolling again. Right, good morning. On the last day, Sunday morning, it's probably about 11 o'clock. Sorry for the lack of footage last night. It just ended up being absolute carnage, to be honest. I think I had 3 or 4 cats before 12 o'clock at night, you know, and I just had to get some sleep. It's just been manic, so I ended up reeling the rods in, but put them back out this morning straight away. I think the bag, little mesh bags, hit the floor within 3 minutes. It was away, like the spot's just absolutely rocking. But I've just had another one. It's a bit of a better one, so we'll try and get this one up. So there we go. Come on, it's a bit of a better one, probably around the 23-24 pound mark. Just don't like being hailed, these fish. That's why you need a big padded mat for these. Oh no, it's the left hand rod. But, there we go. So if you behave on the match, as soon as you get them up, they go mental. Just twist it. There we go. How about that? A real banger. Try and get one last look. There we go. A bit bleed for the mouth, but that's what we come for. Absolute bangers like that. it's definitely had enough, so get this one back and have a little recap on the session. So yeah, in a bit. Right, what's going on, people? You would have just seen me just put that fish back. Just thought we'd have a little recap really on the whole session, just see how it's been. It's obviously been bland off for myself, especially after coming off the back of a not so good session last time. Now we've done 3 sessions in here, we sort of know the crack with the lake now. It seems to be, this top end is just seems to be predominantly cat territory, while the bottom end's carp territory. There's a couple other lads on here as well. They've got in amongst them, and it's exactly the same crack. The 2 swims further up on both sides, so me and the guy in the swim that me and Stephen fished previously, that's been producing cats, no carp. I think I'll be lucky to have a couple carp out of here, but down the other end seems to be no cats and all carp. So yeah, it definitely seems to be the crack. Keep that noted for next time, if there is a next time. Obviously we're well, there will be, just probably not in the near future. Like yeah, we're going to keep an eye on obviously the chase syndicate, see what they say next week. This will be the last session anyway for a little while, for a good little while. Hopefully if all goes planned, all goes well next week, all the gaffs will be open up and then we can get rolling again. If we do, it'll be, our next session will 100% be at the chase, because I think we're both sort of backed out of the France trip now. Seems highly unlikely, so need a good solid plan B, which will be the chase, and it'll be from the same duration. Like, can't be going to work and thinking I should be in France right now, fuck that. So yeah, that week that's off from the 30th of May to I think it's the 5th or 6th of June, will be a solid week on the chase if it's open. So like, absolutely buzzing for that. It'd be the longest session we've done on it. Longest session we've done on there is 4 days. That was over the Easter weekend last year, and we had a really good time. But yeah, that will be the next one. So you're probably looking at about 4 weeks time. Obviously government permitted, they let us back out. But until then, we'll keep cracking on. Obviously this is probably going to be the sign out for myself. We'll still catch up with Stephen, see what he's playing at. But yeah, there's probably be a sign out for myself, unless anything else happens. Actually no, just recap on the amount of fish caught. So I think, do you know what, I don't know, I've lost count. I think I've had probably at least 10 cats, at least minimum 10. Caught the smallest one I've ever seen last night, must have been about this big. Yeah, caught 10 cats, gone through the bait, gone through the rigs, and yeah, 2 carp. So obviously I didn't want to bore you to death, keep showing you cat after cat after cat, because there's nothing really dissimilar about them really. But yeah, if we get a nice carp I'll show you, but if not, we'll definitely catch up maybe with Stephen in a bit, and yeah, this will be me signed off until you see us next time. So please comment, let me know your thoughts on the videos, by the way. Obviously I'm only started out, so I'm whether it's bad feedback, good feedback, just leave it, and I'll take it on board. Those of you that have already, I've certainly taken it on board, and I've tried to narrow the videos down to keep it to like key content, not rabble on too much. Obviously try and get as much footage of the fishing as we can. But yeah, no, let me know. Obviously give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and yeah, you'll definitely see more of us. So until next time.
What's happening, people? You joined me at the cat lake. We're in a league swim after he just lost one. Mental run, wasn't it?
Yeah mate, it's one toner, innit? As soon as I come down to you, innit?
Come down to my swim and it went off.
Yeah, 1 toner.
Yeah, I had 2 this session, 1 carp. That was on the first night I got here. A couple of hours after getting the rods out, only a little one. And I had a cat yesterday night. Little cat, baby cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the most productive session, but It's fishing, the way it goes sometimes, ain't it?
Yeah, mate. I think I had the smallest cat I've ever seen in my life last night. It was literally about, I don't know, literally about 10 inches long or something. It was ridiculous. Mouse was still massive though.
Yeah?
Like for what it is anyway. But yeah, I was basically just saying that this will probably be our last session.
Hopefully.
That's obviously permitted on what the government say about opening the syndicate back up.
Before you know it, you can see us on the chase.
Yeah.
Back on the front leg.
Yeah. But
That's what we're hoping for, aren't we?
yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely venue, nice venue, but it's not for what we're fishing for really, is it? We're after the big carp.
Oh, liners. Yeah, so yeah, I basically just said as well that when we are back at the chase, you're probably looking at 30th of May. I said I can't be going to work knowing I should be in France.
Nah, you know that.
So
should be a long session, shouldn't it?
yeah. Well, minimum,
5 days?
yeah, minimum 5 days. We'll see how it goes.
I'll be up for
Obviously, when I have Joanna, I'll probably call it a day. But yeah, no. What would you say? What's gone good and what's gone bad this session? Because it's obviously massively different from last session.
Yeah, I think. Do you know what it is? This lake, it's all about the choice of swims. I think that really makes your session on this lake. I think.
Well, you think this top end is like cat territory, the bottom end's carp territory? That's what I sort of said as well. What would you do different next time, maybe, if you did come again?
I'd probably come back for the cats. For me, this lake, it ain't for carp fishing for me, man. I've not seen nothing substantial come out. They've all been pasties, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I ever come back, I'll go for the cats.
Yeah, you're just saying as well that they're decent. Well, obviously we haven't seen anything, we've only been told, but if there are decent carp in here, it's like if you upscale your baits, your tackle, it's just cat territory, and if you
you're like stuck in limbo, aren't you?
Yeah,
what do you do?
Yeah, and if you scale right down,
you're gonna catch the pasties.
Yeah, you're gonna catch the pasty, and even the cats are having them as well.
That's right.
So it's like to find that middle ground. It's just luck in it.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, this will probably be us signing out.
Unless anything happens.